Maybe it'll be a close one, though. Good morning to those of you watching on the SUVTV.com. We're ready to go for day number 2. It is an 8:30 a.m. tip-off. And got to thinking about it, a lot of these teams, they will practice on Saturday mornings anyway. So you think, well, this is going to be really strange for the athletes, but not so much. 8:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning, it's not unusual for them to be playing some basketball. So only difference is this will count on their record. And it'll be Jumpertown with the basketball. It's Jumpertown against the home team on the scoreboard, Alcorn Central. Alcorn Central comes in 2-4, as does Jumpertown. Jumpertown about a 30-minute drive from here. And it'll be Alcorn Central with the basketball, working left to right. White jerseys, purple numerals. And a 3 from the wing. That rattles around and goes in. Maybe that's a sign of things to come today. Some good shooting. Trevor Godwin gets the first bucket of the morning and the first bucket of day 2 of the Lighthouse Classic. It's Desmond James running the point for Jumpertown. Trying to answer with a 3 is Dylan Davis, a freshman guard, one of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup for Jumpertown. The Golden Bears patient with their offense, and then Blake McIntyre knocks through a 3. So Trevor Godwin has a 3 and Blake McIntyre has a 3. Jumpertown in an early 6-0 hole. And you can tell what Alcorn Central is trying to do. They're just trying to pack in that zone and make Jumpertown shoot over it. And twice they have, and twice they've missed. 3 attempt on the far side. That was Austin Gino. Alcorn Central working it around. We've had 4 shot attempts, all 4 3-pointers. And now one on the inside, put up no good. That was Godwin on the inside. We got a foul off the rebound. If you're keeping track at home, which I know you are, this is game number 9 of the Lighthouse Thanksgiving Classic. Plenty more to come today. A full slate of games that includes Division I talent. I mean, it's literally the stars of the future going to be on display today. And there's Landon Elliott, the 6'2 senior forward, getting his first 2 of the game. Jumpertown's on the scoreboard. They trail 6-2. Alcorn working it around the outside, just running through their offensive set, using high ball screens, good ball movement, and then now a penetrating drive. That was McIntyre. Ends up in the hands of Trevor Godwin, and he knocks through a jumper. He's got 5. Alcorn extending that pressure just a little bit and forcing Jumpertown in a tough spot. Short corner, I'll get it out in a second. Short corner jump shot for Landon Elliott, no good. It's early for the broadcasters too. Into the front court, Connor Lewis with the basketball, works it on the right side. This is Godwin going to work. Now McIntyre. Cut! Connor Lewis. And he's called for the carrying violation. Little hesitation move and had his hand underneath the basketball. Going to get called for the carry just about every time you do that. Three ball, in and out. Jumpertown can't buy one from deep. That was Dylan Davis. That's his second three-point attempt. He's 0 for 2. Good baseline jumper. That's going to be a problem for Jumpertown to defend. Blake McIntyre and Trevor Godwin, they each have 5. That's all 10 points for Alcorn Central. Cardinals with the basketball. Again, they settle for an outside shot. Desmond James, no good. Alcorn Central content to just sit back in the zone, and then when they get the ball inside, you're surrounded. But drawing the foul there and going to the lines, tallest player on the floor, it's Dalton Hanna. Listed at 6'7", that's a generous 6'7". May not quite be that tall. And he's got good touch at the line. He knocks through the first. I always loved the programs for high school basketball. You never know what you're going to get with those heights. I remember in one in particular, I was 6'1", and I'm not an inch taller than 5'9". But I'll take the 6'1", made me feel good for the day. Dalton Hanna knocks through both free throws. A good-looking form jump shot. Just perfect form on the jumper from Connor Lewis, just straight up and down. Couldn't get it to go. Hanna clears the rebound. Here's Jumpertown. Nice little Euro step in transition from Landon Elliott, but he could not finish. A little too strong with the attempt there. Now we got a little up and down action here. A little baseline drive, then he threw it to no one. It'll be Jumpertown basketball. That's Trevor Godwin. That prompts a timeout for Alcorn Central. We'll take the timeout too. More action coming your way next on SUV TV. Desmond James sets things up for Jumpertown. Working against the zone, Alcorn Central content to stay in that. Ball into the short corner. Got somebody on the backside wide open. That's Gino. It's a tough pass to make against a zone, especially a zone that's got a little more length than you do. Alcorn Central is the taller team. James just lets a three go, and he gets one to go. Desmond James for a three. 10-7 is your score. All 10 points for Alcorn Central scored by Godwin and McIntyre. Godwin, good look on the inside. Brandon Turner puts one through. A nice cut there. Dribbling through traffic now is Elliott. And he's going to get it to James. James will set something up. And on the inside, we've got some contact and a foul. Brandon Turner's going to be whistled for the foul at the free throw line. And that's Brandon's second foul. Brandon Turner's second foul, so he's going to go to the bench. And the inbound play was drawn up perfectly. And it was thrown high for Dalton Hanna. He's the only one that could have caught that, and it went through his hands. Alcorn Central the other way. Good, strong drive, jump stop. Couldn't get it to go. That's Connor Lewis, little burst of speed to get in the lane there. Out of bounds to Jumpertown. Gino into the front court. Now James. James thought about the deep, deep three. Thought about it again. Now Gino on the wing. James floats one over. Davis on the wing. Now it's Elliott. Elliott inside to Hannah. Hannah, nice little turnaround jumper. Dalton Hannah's got 4. He leads Jumpertown. And Jumpertown, they won the award for maybe the most loyal fan base. They brought a good number of people with them. And it was for an 8:30 a.m. tip. They can't pull a defensive rebound, though. Several offensive putback attempts. Tatum Smith finally puts one through. And a quick steal back the other way. Here's Godwin all the way. Scoop shot no good. James is going to clear the board. Now James wants to run the other way. Here's Hannah in transition. Bounce pass to Gino. Gino's fouled and count the bucket. Austin Gino. His first 2. Gino too strong with that attempt. And setting things up will be Connor Lewis, the point guard for Alcorn Central. Expect to see McIntyre and Godwin both get involved on this possession. Alcorn leads by just 3 now. There's a shot blocked by Hannah. It was Josh Harrison trying to pull the trigger there. Hannah swatted it. But Jumpertown gives the ball right back. We're under a minute to play. We're actually under a half a minute to play. 25 seconds to go in the first.
Four high. Blake, you're at 4.
And you can hear Mike Lewis through the mic. Mike Lewis, the head coach for Alcorn Central, is not shy about his commands this morning. Here's a pull-up 3 at the buzzer, and it was smooth from Trevor Godwin. That's the shot of the morning. And we'll head to break at the end of 1. It's Alcorn Central on top of Jumpertown, 17-11.
Most weekends only last a couple of days. Some last a lifetime. Hampton, we go together.
Harrison with the ball into the front court. 3 dribble, pull-up jumper, no good. Cleared off the glass, an offensive rebound, and put back up by McIntyre. McIntyre 2 shots at it. Missed the jumper and then had the layup blocked. And then I think on the offensive rebound the second time, he's called for the walk. James into the front court. Gets it on a high post touch for Hannah. Maybe that's a little out of his range, but he's shown that he can shoot it. Elliott up top to James now. Back over to Elliott. He's got Hannah in the high post. He wants him. That's a nice, nifty steal there from Blake McIntyre. Him and Godwin, they're the scoring presence and really the defensive presence for Alcorn Central. Those two active players. Here's Harrison now out to Godwin. McIntyre on the wing, goes with the left hand, pull-up jumper. That's good. That's a tough shot too, going to the left as opposed to the right. If you're a right-handed shooter, typically you like to go right, pull up in that direction. Lob on the inside to Hannah. They need more of that. If you're Jumpertown, Dalton Hannah, there's really no answer for him on the inside, and there's a quick turnover for Alcorn Central. Harrison trying to push the tempo, and Godwin knows that's what we want. Coach Lewis says that's on you, Trevor. We want that push ahead pass. You got to be looking for it. Elliott to James. Just trying to make that zone work a little bit before you penetrate or try pass that penetrates. And that one's off. First off a Golden Bear, then off a Cardinal. Last touch by Gunnar Brumley. It's a 6-point advantage and the ball for Alcorn Central. Harrison, now Godwin. Godwin with the left hand, and he's trying the pull-up jumper too. They're just trading pull-up jumpers, Godwin and McIntyre. It's a crossover, sends somebody to the floor, and Hannah's going to clean it up and put it in. Trevor Godwin with the left hand, pulls up this time wisely, dumps it off. Big man can't finish. That's Brandon Turner. Here's James the other way. Little hesitation move, runs into his own teammate. Yeah, they're looking to feed Hannah in the post. That's a wise decision. The only problem is Alcorn Central's in a zone, so they're sitting back on him. Good ball movement. Hannah looks weak side immediately. Elliott can't finish. Chased down by Brumley. Brumley thought about the three. Here's Elliott again. He thought about a 15-footer instead. Puts a nifty move. The windmill was unnecessary, though. He had that side of the goal wide open. I think he thought a shot blocker was coming from behind, but they actually had let him go. There's a hook shot on the inside. A quick turnaround for Brandon Turner. Hannah on the inside, kicks it weak side. That's a good look to Brumley. Brumley gives it to the short corner. It'll be turned over by Cade Stewart. Alcorn Central with the ball and an 8-point advantage. Here's Godwin looking to attack. Now McIntyre on the other side. McIntyre pull-up jumper, and Elliott read that, swatted it, but then he's going to be called for the foul. Timeout, Jumpertown. More action still to come. Lighthouse Thanksgiving Classic on SUV TV.
This is the most important decision you'll ever make. Deals are made over bacon. Global trade runs on eggs. And when world peace happens, I'm pretty sure cinnamon rolls are going to have something to do with it. I have no idea what happens over yogurt, but we got that too. Oh, all day.
McIntyre at the line for two. About shooting the baseline jumper, and he swishes the first. McIntyre leads the team in scoring on the year. Him and Godwin both kind of share that role, though, as the scorer. Skip pass out top to James. James down to Elliott. Elliott gets good ball movement there, but the pass too high from Stewart. He was looking for Hannah. And a quick three the other way. I tell you, he snatched it too. That's Trevor Godwin. Godwin has 15. Stewart, good pass on the inside. That's Brumley, bucket and the foul. Gunnar Brumley, his first two. They needed that. Get the feeling that Godwin and McIntyre both in a rhythm offensively. It's going to take a lot for Jumpertown to hang in this. Unless they can somehow slow down those two scores. It'll be Brumley at the line, chance to cut it to 10 here. High arcing free throw, and it dances on the rim and falls in. Brumley will be replaced by Dylan Davis, freshman guard. And here's full court pressure from Jumpertown, and nobody picks up McIntyre. He just goes the length of the floor and pulls up for two. That may be the easiest two he scores all season long. Just dribble down the floor and pull up from 5 feet. Hannah missed the hook shot. Harrison clears the rebound. And he's got Godwin. You know he wants to pull from right there, and he snatched that one as well, but in and out, and it danced on the rim again after going in and out and finally fell out. James up top, bounce pass over. Here's Gino for three. Flicked the wrist, but left it short. That's an air ball. Good up and under move by Hannah, too strong. Harrison now. Lob on the inside. That's a good catch and finish for Brandon Turner. He has 6. Three ball on the way. Jumpertown content to just let those fly. No good there from Dylan Davis. McIntyre into the front court. Good, strong dribble. Ran himself out of the play, though. Dribbled one dribble too many. Tried to reach back and lay that in. Fouls against Brandon Turner. And he goes to the bench, I believe, with his third. James to Gino. And Gino shuffled his feet before he passed it back up top to James. Unforced error for Jumpertown, and now they'll pick up full court, trying to press the issue a little. James guarding Harrison. Harrison crosses over to the right hand, keeps that dribble low. And we got a 3-second call against Alcorn Central. So the teams trade turnovers. 32-18, Alcorn Central out in front. It's been that way from the beginning. Christian over to Davis. Davis for three, no good. Good battle for the rebound. Alcorn Central ends up with it. And it'll be Harrison into the front court for the Golden Bears. Godwin, strong take, but he's called for the charge. Standing in and taking that charge, that's Dylan Davis, just a freshman. Tip your hat to him. It's not always easy for a freshman to take a charge going against some guys that are 3 and 4 years older than them. Here's Harrison, smacks that one away, takes it the length for the score. Josh Harrison, his first 2. Correction, that's Connor Lewis. 3 for Gino. Austin Gino now has 5. Godwin the other way, quick 2. And there's a traveling violation against Jalen Christian. Got a little ahead of himself. Under 40 seconds to play in the first half. Alcorn Central on top, 36-21. This is Connor Lewis. I think I've been saying Josh Harrison's the point guard for Alcorn Central. My apologies. It's Connor Lewis. Bounce pass on the inside. Here's Godwin. Kicks it over short corner. Now Lewis. Lewis pulls up from 15, just has it swatted back at him, but it ends up in the hands of Godwin. Now McIntyre with the rebound. Godwin for three, back iron no good. 5 seconds to play. Into the front court, Godwin gets the steal, and a shot at the buzzer would have been just in time, no good from Tatum Smith. At the half, it's Alcorn Central 36, Jumpertown 21. The second half will come your way next on SUV TV.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
Woke up L8, freaked, then remembered McD's all-day beef-fast. Hashtag boom shakalaka-laka.
At McDonald's, yes. Hashtag all-day breakfast, so good.
Yo, McDonald's serving breakfast all day now? 5 gold hand emojis. Hashtag Bay.
At Cows Go Mookie, faux show.
Dear at McDonald's, thank you for serving all-day breakfast. Heart emoji, everyone on Earth. Retweet. Favorite your retweet.
It's time for hashtag all-day breakfast. Smiley tongue face emoji.
Woke up.
When you make it, when you reach the top, join an exclusive country club. Acquire exotic automobiles. Fill a garage. Engage in investment banking. Be a venture capitalist. Then when it's all said and done, head to a steakhouse. Your steakhouse.
It's anything but traditional. A double portion of juicy marinated steak loaded with toppings and grilled to go. The new Boss Wraps, only at Taco Bell.
As we start the second half, it'll be Jumpertown with the basketball. Here's James in the corner. Jumpertown with a 15-point deficit they're staring at to start this quarter. To start this half, I should say, and they start it with a turnover, not the way to climb back into it. And here's the other way not to climb back into it, is let Trevor Godwin continue to do what he's been doing. Godwin is on pace to set the high scoring mark for the Lighthouse Thanksgiving Classic this year. I'll check the record here in just a little bit, but he's got 17 in the first half. If he continues at that clip, he'll be the leading scorer of the weekend so far. Godwin in the corner. Here's the other scorer, McIntyre, and both of those guys have a way of getting a roll. That's called shooter's roll. It is such a thing. And he's got 12 now. So he's got 12 to complement Godwin's 17. Together they have 29 of the 39 for Alcorn Central. Here's McIntyre again, in and out, no good. It was a good-looking shot. Godwin lets the three go with a hand in his face. Back iron, no good. James going to clear. Heading left to right. On the inside, there's Hannah for two. McIntyre might have gotten away with the push-off, but it was also sold by Gino. Godwin into the front court. Now McIntyre on the wing. McIntyre out by the volleyball spike line. Good, crisp ball movement. And there's an easy jumper in the middle. No good. Godwin cleans it up and is fouled. Turner with the miss, and Godwin with the offensive rebound putback. And the first is through there for Godwin. Godwin converts on both free throws to give him 19 in the game. Lob on the inside to Hannah. Hannah turns around. Back iron, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Godwin comes out with it. Brisk pace into the front court, and nobody picked him up, so he just stops and pops. And I said if he continued at that clip, well, he's certainly doing that. He's up to 22 now. A quick 5 to start the second half for Trevor Godwin, and the lead is 21. Hannah, 15-footer, back iron, no good. Lewis up to McIntyre. McIntyre with the left. Swings it around. Godwin, got to close out on him. McIntyre off the pick to Lewis. Lewis, good post entry. Hannah blocks the shot. Hannah fights for the loose ball. Last touch by Alcorn Central, I believe. No, last touch by Jumpertown. McIntyre to inbound. He's going to throw it into Godwin. Godwin, now Lewis. Lewis, bounce pass on the inside. Spinning hook shot by Turner, no good. Kick out to Godwin for three, in and out. McIntyre clears it, and he's fouled. We'll go to the line for two. And the first for McIntyre is smooth. And the second is the same. McIntyre now with 14. Quickly the other way is Lewis off the steal. He's got 4, and we got a 30-second timeout. No, it's not a 30-second timeout. It was he motioned for it. It's a delay of game warning against Alcorn Central for Lewis touching the ball after It went through the net. Bounce pass to Gino. Gino in traffic. Reverse layup, no good. The lead is 25. Lewis into the front court. Wide open. McIntyre for three. Hannah the other way. Jumper is short. And this is in danger of getting out of hand. Alcorn Central quickly the other way. A pump fake off the glass, no good. Jumpertown trying to hang in there, and that's going to be a charge as Lewis was camped out on the other end. Several subs for Jumpertown. Jalen Christian into the game, along with Brumley and Riley Horde. Riley Horde, a 6'4", 8th grader. I want to say it's the first middle school student we've seen, student athlete we've seen in the Thanksgiving Classic this weekend. I can remember one from last year.
Clear. Come on down, come on down.
Into the front court. This is Jay Cohn getting his first minutes. Cohn faced with pressure from James. Now Lewis. Lewis with the right hand. Jump stop in the lane. Good, strong take from Connor Lewis. He's the third option for this Alcorn offense, but it's a good one. He's an effective scorer too. And Jalen Christian's going to have this one go off his chin, I believe. Wasn't ready for the ball reversal.
Brandon, one of you's over here.
It's early.
Wrong way, Trevor.
Here's Lewis working against James. And the lead is 30 for Alcorn Central. McIntyre dumps it in. Hannah swats that one away. Cone gets it in. Lewis to McIntyre. McIntyre makes a move. Stop and pop from about 8 feet off the glass, no good. Cleared out by Hannah. Look at the big man run the floor. And he tried to dance around Lewis, and I think Lewis is going to be called for the block because Lewis kind of leaned into that. Dalton Hannah smooth on the first. He leads Jumpertown in scoring, and it's not by just a little. We'll get his point total here in just a second. He's got 12 now. Lewis into the front court. Over to Godwin. McIntyre has checked back in. There's an entry pass. Off the glass and good. That's a good sign for Alcorn Central. Brandon Turner getting in on the act as well. Here's Brumley on the wing. James, now Christian. And Jumpertown just going to work it around the outside until they find a spot to give the ball to Hannah. That's their strategy. Work it around and wait for an opening to give Hannah the basketball. Alcorn will bring in Harrison and Smith after this first free throw. Smith, just a sophomore. And Hannah off the front iron, no good. Good ball movement there. And we're going to get called for the walk there. Josh Harrison shuffled his feet before he made the entry pass. James just sets his feet, takes his time, and knocks one through. Desmond James, just his second basket of the game. He's got 6 now. And Colm can't find anybody to inbound the basketball to. It's a 5-second violation. Under 2 to play in the third quarter. Hannah on the inside, off the glass, no good. Rushed the shot a little. And we've got an over-the-back call against Jumpertown. Well, we got Jalen Christian hitting the deck after the jab step. And here's McIntyre to the front court. No look to Godwin, who can't make the 3. James into the front court, pushes it over to Christian, who walked before he passed. Officials usually will let you take a couple steps if you're pulling up to shoot, or of course going for the layup, but not on a pass. You can't really gather yourself to pass. Home, no look pass on the front court, and a good look on the inside to Tatum Smith. That's Smith's first basket of the second half. He's got 4. Good look on the inside from James to the freshman Riley Horde. Jumpertown, full court pressure. Trying to climb back into this somehow, some way. And McIntyre is going to take the 15-footer and knock it through on the assist. Get his number. He's come in and played well. It's Brantley Nelms. Nelms has 2 assists. He's played about a minute and a half. He's got 2 assists. 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Turnaround jumper for Horde is no good. And Cohen into the front court. Cohen gets it over to McIntyre. Back to Cohen. Cohen just a sophomore. He'll be one of the ones that will have to step up next year with McIntyre and Godwin both gone. Wild shot attempt in the lane, in traffic, couldn't get it to go. James clears, burls over somebody. Now in transition, a little scoop shot coast to coast for Desmond James, and that will finish out the third quarter as McIntyre heaves one off glass, no good. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. It's Alcorn 59, Jumpertown 32.
Most weekends only last a couple of days. Some last a lifetime. Hampton, we go together.
Alcorn Central on top by 27 as we start the fourth quarter. It's game number 9 of the Classic, game 1 of day number 2. McIntyre gets it to Godwin. Godwin has to save it in bounds. Now Lewis. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre goes by his defender. Kicks it over to Godwin. McIntyre over to Godwin. This is Alcorn Central working on their, we used to call it ice back in the day, just to essentially just icing the clock. You have a lead, you want to run through your sets, you want to give everything a look to see if you get a layup, of course you take it, but namely this is just an execution drill, trying to see if you can not turn the ball over. And Lewis attacks, gets around his man, that's exactly what you want. You kill off over a minute on one possession, and you go to the line for 2. And Lewis drops in the first. And the senior point guard now has 8. On the inside. How about that look from Riley Horde, the 8th grader? He will be something else by the time he's done if he continues to progress. Of course, he's only in 8th grade, so he's going to grow maybe an inch or 2 more. And he's listed at 6'4". Again, that's pretty generous. I would think he's closer to the 6'2" mark, but maybe 6'4" by the time he graduates. And so the future is bright for Jumpertown High School, and we'll take a 30-second break with that timeout. More action coming your way next on SUV TV.
Breakfast is the most important decision you'll ever make. Deals are made over bacon. Global trade runs on eggs. And when world peace happens, I'm pretty sure cinnamon rolls are gonna have something to do with it. I have no idea what happens over yogurt, but we got that too. Oh, all day.
McIntyre at the line. Knocks through the first. And you look over in the coaches' seating. Certainly not a Division I or Division I coach or anything like that, but you do have, I want to say it's an NAIA school. I may have to try to figure out who that is here in just a second. But there's no doubt they're looking at McIntyre and Godwin, and then I would say also Hannah. Hannah, the big man for Jumpertown. All three have the skills, certainly not the size, but the skills to play on the next level. There's Desmond James for 3. But when you can shoot it like McIntyre and Godwin can, and they've got good ball skills as well, there's a place for you on the next level. It's certainly not on the Division I level, but they're effective, good, fundamentally sound basketball players. And there's Godwin in the lane, too strong. James the other way, floater, back iron, no good. Kossuth and Hickory Flat will be next. They're set to tip at 10 a.m. And we are actually right on schedule to start this one, maybe even a little ahead of schedule. This game has gone by very quickly. We'll see how the last 5.5 minutes go. But it has been all Alcorn Central from the start. Both teams with a 2-4 record coming in. Brumley tries to kick that up top, and it ends up in the backcourt. That's Gunnar Brumley looking for Peyton Brumley. And Dalton Hanna checks back in. Lewis with the left hand working against James. Now McIntyre. McIntyre crossing over, pull up, 8-footer, back iron, no good. Godwin tried to clear, but it's taken by Horde instead. James, little stutter step. Desmond James prompts the timeout from head coach Mike Lewis and Alcorn Central. As we head to the break, your score, Alcorn 63, Jumpertown 39.
When you make it, when you reach the top, join an exclusive country club. Acquire exotic automobiles. Fill a garage. Engage in investment banking. Be a venture capitalist. Then when it's all said and done, head to a steakhouse. Your steakhouse.
It's anything but traditional. A double portion of juicy marinated steak loaded with toppings and grilled to go. The new Boss Wraps, only at Taco Bell.
I threw my... Godwin into the front court. He's facing a double team, a full court trap here. James got his hand on it, but knocked it out of bounds. It's not quite 9:30 yet, local time, and these two teams are playing like it's 5 in the afternoon, and they're in prime time. They've really played hard. This has been a good start to the day. This final score is not indicative of how fun this one has actually been to watch. McIntyre and Godwin and Hanna, all three, pretty fun to watch. And don't tell Coach Lewis that this game is in hand. He's barking out commands to the Golden Bears. It's early in the season, so the coaches see every game as an opportunity to work on different situations and scenarios. This is good in-game experience for some of your role players. And good chance for coaches to see what you have on your bench. If someone's in foul trouble, you need to know who you can count on. And there's a backdoor cut. Lewis takes it. Lewis, Godwin, and McIntyre, those three, that's the staple of this Alcorn team. And there's Godwin kind of climbing the ladder there. He takes a hit from Brumley. And he'll go to the line for two. You'll notice with Godwin and McIntyre both, not sure if the camera can get a shot of it, but just how their wrists, just watch their wrists when they shoot. They flick for sure, and it creates a lot of spin. And that's one of the marks of a good shooter. Put a lot of spin on the ball and creates favorable bounces, even though that one was not. Danced on the rim, and there's a good offensive rebound on the inside. That's Tayton Smith wrestling that one away. And Alcorn will get another possession because of it. We're under 4 minutes to play. It's a 24-point advantage for Alcorn Central. Lewis up top. McIntyre. Now Smith. Lewis. Lewis called for the walk. And Landon Elliott will inbound for Jumpertown. Alcorn has been in the zone pretty much the whole game. Elliott tried to 16-foot kind of fadeaway pull-up. Left it short. And we'll see Alcorn Central kill some clock again. But now we've got a flag. Or not a flag. I'm sitting here calling football. We've got a foul, and I think we may have an intentional foul. And that's exactly what it is. It's an intentional foul. I don't know about the enforcement of that just because he didn't go for the ball. It was clearly what he was trying to do is foul so that we could get substitutions in the game. And it's going to work out in Jumpertown's favor as Tayton Smith missed the first. And he gets the second to rattle in. So Smith now with 5 points on the day, and it'll be a fresh 5 for Alcorn Central. And those starters will receive a good round of applause from the fans that have made the trip. Alcorn to inbound under their own basket. And it's a quick 5-second call against Alcorn. Here's Elliott now into the front court facing the 2-3 zone that they've faced the entire game. It's rare that you see a team never come out of a defense. They just never have had to. Jumpertown hasn't shot the ball good enough to pull somebody out of a zone. On the inbound, going to get a look for Hanna on the inside, off the glass, bucket and the foul. Dalton Hanna now has 14. Go to the line, chance to make it 15. Closing the book on Trevor Godwin, assuming that he will not re-enter. He finishes the day with 22. Get McIntyre's number for you here in a second. McIntyre finishes with 21. So how about that dual threat? 22 for Godwin and 21 for McIntyre. There's 42 points, or 43 points between the two of them. Pretty effective. It's Jay Cohn now. Here's Harrison. And this is that kill time offensive set they have. Every coach calls it something different, it seems. They all have their own little twist to it. Cohn's going to have it knocked away. He gets it back, though. Porterfield back out to Cohn. And Elliott's going to be whistled for the foul. And here comes a fresh 5 for Jumpertown. Hockey-style substitution for both teams. Alcorn sent in 5 a couple possessions ago, and now Jumpertown in with a new line. In Kentucky, we call those platoons now. That has been introduced by University of Kentucky head coach, Coach Cal. 5 subs will probably forever be known as a platoon now in the state of Kentucky. And since it's a 2-shot foul, double bonus, they're going to make all 5 Jumpertown players that were on the floor stay on the floor until after the first. And the first is no good from Cohn, and now we'll have the mass substitution. And these guys take their time on their way to the floor. I think some people here are like, it's 9:30, we got a full slate of games. Let's go, let's pick this up. Cohn rattles in the second, his first point. Trying to figure out the final score at this point. We know it's Alcorn Central. It's going to advance to 3 and 4, and Jumpertown will fall to 2 and 5. A good look from Cohn up ahead, and that's going to be an easy 2 for Gage Porterfield. The sophomore is on the board. And we've got a 30-second timeout, and I'm waiting to see the motion for yeah, that's what it is. It's a substitution timeout. And so we will not start the clock on that. 48 seconds to play, and it's a 26-point advantage for Alcorn Central. Jumpertown trying to put up one more shot attempt here. It will likely be the last. Turner, bounce pass. This is Christian. He's tripped. Loose ball on the floor, and we're going to have a whistle. Jump ball, Alcorn Central basketball. And up ahead, it's a wise decision there by Brantley Nelms. Brantley Nelms, he had a chance to go to the hole, but smartly pulls it out. And we're going to have a 3-ball in the corner. Too strong. Rebound by Cone. Batted around. Loose ball on the floor. Christian's going to come out with it with 2 seconds to play. Not going to get a shot off. And that is how this one ends. 67-41. Alcorn Central got on top early and never looked back. They win game 1 of day number 2 of the Lighthouse Thanksgiving Classic. We've got 8 more to go today. Don't go anywhere on thesuvtv.com.